With Keanu Reeves as a star actor, in the year 1999, The Matrix, directed by the Wachowski sisters, was released to the general public. The Matrix is an action sci-fi movie that raised the bar for all movies even close to that genre for the next decade. Many imitations of the movie have come out since, but none have reached the sheer cultural impact that the original has. I have overwhelming evidence on how they changed everything in their own field, that being Hollywood and various shows, and how they've made a lasting impact within society through fashion and culture. First, before we talk about anything, we have to address how the movie did statistically. On March 31st, 1999, The Matrix was officially released in box offices all across the U.S. It was produced by the legendary names such as Warner Bros., Village Roadshow Pictures, and Silver Pictures with a budget of only $63 million US. Within the first month of The Matrix being in the box office, it gained 7.4 times that cost, making a grand total of $465.3 million US. If we take superhero movies, for example, we can see that before the emergence of The Matrix, most of the movies had an inherent lightness and joy to it to appease a younger audience. Examples, the covers of Spider-Man, the animated series, and Iron Man, the animated series. From The Matrix on, most of these movies take on a darker and edgier tone. Example, The Amazing Spider-Man in 2012 and the original Iron Man in 2008, looking at their movie covers. Second, now we're going to chat about the social impact The Matrix had. One of the biggest and most translatable ways that society can express their admiration for something is through fashion. Quote, "Not since Blade Runner do I remember an action movie that had that much style," said Stefan Sagmeister, a graphic designer known for his CD covers for the Rolling Stones and Lou Reed. The slow motion action, the uses of technology, the special effects, and the costumes, even the villains with their skinny ties, bad suits, and queer sunglasses, you definitely see that around as an influence. End quote. This is a quote from the New York Times. In the early 2000s, following Y2K, the conspiracy that supposedly at midnight on January 1st, 2000, electronic devices would cease to work, there was a surge in the popularity of the dark cyberpunk style that was showcased in the movie. The color palette that was most often used were soft blacks and metallics. Popular outfits for women included mesh or handkerchief tops, box-pleated or leather skirts, skinny pants, sparkly shoes. Male looks usually involved leather jackets, a statement dress shirt, and chunky shoes. In my opinion, this is a direct link of how the costuming was made in The Matrix. Next, another way that The Matrix impacted society is the constant references we make. I'm not sure in our lovely year of 2020, we've heard at some point someone make a reference to "we live into the Matrix." This is a direct reference to the system that the main protagonist, Neo, is hooked up to in the first act of the movie. The Matrix, according to the movie, is a system in the distant future that has almost all existing human life hooked up to it, using the human bodies as super batteries, making the humans think they are living in the year 1999 instead of present day. In this context, when somebody says you live in the Matrix, that inherently means that you live in a fantasy and are blissfully unaware of the truth. Another reference we have is the iconic blue and red pill. In the movie, Neo encounters Morpheus, played by Lawrence Fishburne, for the first time, and he gives Neo a choice: take the red pill and live and have the truth revealed, or take the blue pill and live a life of peace and face the consequences. In modern times, when someone says take the red or blue pill, that means take the leap or don't. In 2020, this phrase isn't used as often, but it was especially relevant in the buzz around the original movie and the sequels that followed. Now, whether you're attempting parkour, Keanu Reeves being your idol, or just doing the iconic Matrix bullet dodge, you've experienced the impact of the Matrix in one way or another, indirect or direct. The 27 award-winning movie has been standing the test of time even after 20 years and is one of the most intimate and modern examples of a cult classic we have to date.